Good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? This is another Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL. And you already know we come live with the news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, this one was definitely bad and ugly. I won't waste no time. We're gonna get right into it, and I'll let you know how I feel. And yeah, let's just get right into it. And shout out to Freightways for the article. Sentencing of attorney in Louisiana truck accident scam delayed again. All right, let's get right into it. The one attorney involved in the Louisiana staged truck accident scheme was indicted and subsequently pleaded guilty. Still doesn't know his fate. Danny Keating was to be sentenced Thursday in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Louisiana, but it has been postponed. Sentencing has also been put on hold for Damien LaBeaud, the on-the-ground ringleader who choreographed the collisions between cars full of individuals and mostly trucks. Keating's sentence is now set for July 18th, but there is no guarantee of that. His sentencing dates have changed multiple times. Mid-July will mark more than 3 years since he pleaded guilty to being one of the legal masterminds of what the U.S. Attorney's Office has dubbed Operation Sideswipe. The office has secured 48 guilty pleas. No case have yet gone to trial. The penalties assessed have ranged from probation to home detention to more than 4 years in prison. The pace of guilty pleas has slowed but not stopped. In 2024, 4 individuals have pleaded guilty to charges of wire fraud. All of the 48 defendants who have entered guilty pleas have been charged with some form of wire fraud or mail fraud. There have been no new indictments since August. 4 of the 5 individuals indicted in August last year were in the group of defendants who pleaded guilty in 2024. LaBeaud's sentencing is now set for September 19th. Like Keating, LaBeaud has seen his sentencing delayed several times in the past year for unspecified reasons. Keating's indictment and guilty plea have been notable primarily because he was the sole attorney who has been indicted in Operation Sideswipe, but various indictments and other legal documents identify attorneys A through E, with no names attached, as being involved in the plot to stage car-truck collisions and collect payouts from trucking companies or insurers. So we know there's other attorneys involved in this as well. Like I said, maybe they're cooperating, but let's continue. A local lawyer shares his observations on the case. Comments from anybody involved in the case have been closed to non-existent, and emails sent by Freightways to various attorneys have garnered no response. However, in a posting in February on the web page of New Orleans law firm Mulado Bland Legrand bracket attorney J. Edward McAleef, that's how I'm saying his name, McAleef, weighed in. He said that another LaBeaud delay, which has now occurred, would signal that the feds are not yet done with LaBeaud. In reference to the multiple attorneys identified by letters rather than names, McAleef wrote that we know there are more players involved. A big sign that the investigation has moved forward substantially would be the naming of other attorneys, in conjunction with indictments or not, he wrote. At that point, perhaps even more professional players might get tangled up in Operation Sideswipe. And McAleef had optimistic words for the trucking industry that was targeted by Operation Sideswipe, even if it seems the case is dragging on. However, with some progress made, the commercial trucking industry should be thankful that federal agents and prosecutors in Louisiana are taking this years-long accident staging investigation so seriously, he wrote. How it played out. Legal documents that have emerged over the years describe unnecessary medical procedures, including surgeries, that possibly complicit doctors performed on the individuals who were in the cars that intentionally struck a moving truck or, in one case, a bus. There have been no indictments of medical personnel so far. So we know it could be some qualified medical professionals as well that could be indicted. You know, you performing surgeries that these people didn't need because they weren't injured. You know, so your license could be on the line as well. The stage collision spelled out in the original 2019 indictment of LaBeaud and others contains a basic outline that was copied in the other collisions. LaBeaud drove a car that was not his with 3 or 4 other individuals as passengers, one of whom owned the vehicle. They would cruise around various parts of New Orleans looking for a truck to strike, and LaBeaud intentionally collided with the tractor-trailer, according to the indictment. LaBeaud would then get out of the car, flee on foot, and the owner of the vehicle would get behind the wheel. Participants in the scam gave false statements to police, and the process would begin to seek payment from trucking or insurance companies, with an attorney involved from the beginning handling that part of the scam. One of the indicted co-conspirators, Cornelius Garrison, was shot to death in his home in 2020, soon after he was indicted. He was reported to be cooperating with the federal investigation. No arrests have been made in that shooting. So now we got a murder involved. Because Mr. Garrison was going to cooperate. Like I said, it's 4 years ago. No new leads on that yet, but I know it had something to do with this case, though. So Mr. Danny Keating, he was the attorney for it, and like I said, there's going to be other attorneys, probably that'll be indicted as well, but I can probably see that they're, cooperating as well. But it just goes to show you that greed knows no boundaries. At the end of the day, if people can find a way to get over, not everybody, but if some people can find a way to get over, that's what they're going to do. In this case shows and proves that, truckers, like I said, we got to be safe out here. We got to be vigilant. We got to, make sure that we're doing the right thing, that we're out when we're out here, because you got incidents like this where, just because we're doing the right thing doesn't always mean that somebody else is going to be doing the right thing. So just maintain your lane and just be safe out here. Just please be safe. I know a lot of companies have the cameras, like the forward-facing cameras, so they can someone see what's going on. So just make sure your cameras are working. So therefore, if you get yourself caught up in this, in something like this, I hope that this doesn't happen to anybody, and then, like I said, including myself. You have proof that, hey, I maintain my lane. They came into me. And like I said, other lawyers are involved. Potentially, that's what it looks like. They're not named in the indictment yet, but other attorneys are involved. Like I said, you may have some qualified medical professionals that are involved as well. Like, this is a deep case. Like I said, this go back to 2019. Like I said, I saw the federal indictment, when I typed in Mr. Keating's name, and there's so much, that's going on with this case. So much that I can't cover in the simple video. Like, that's a topic that I have to go live on in order to really pull up those documents so we can really dissect what's going on. But hey, y'all just be safe out here, truckers. Please be safe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like and share the video. I'm on the road to 1K as usual. Like I said, I appreciate the support from the community, and I'm just gonna keep, providing news. Like I said, just keep all my trucking community out here, keeping you all current with on what's going on out here. All my truckers, y'all be safe and keep it in the middle of the road. And until next time, I'm out.